Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna explain what PTE is to you and also different section and different modules. I'm using APEUni to explain that to you because it's very easy using this template and using this platform because everything is sorted and kind of tidy and as you can see. So there are four different parts, as you obviously know, in PTE exam, starting with speaking and then writing and then reading and listening. And so speaking has different sections, including read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, retell lecture, and also answer short question. I'm gonna just shortly show you like one of each and how you can do them. So we start with read aloud, and I'm gonna just pick one which is I haven't done before, like this one, and then yeah. So read aloud simply is it gives some time for you to get prepared and then read aloud that. At the time that is in a real PT exam, I compared to like APEUni. The real exam actually gives you more time, so don't be stressed if it's not enough time for you here. And then obviously you get prepared, and after you heard the beep sound, you start read aloud. The important thing is that I'm not gonna do that right now, but to read fast and loud while you are clear. So you should be loud enough and clear enough and fast enough to get high point in this one. And then also the second, after there are a few of them in the exam, and then repeat sentence. Obviously, again, you will hear a sentence.
Students' papers should be about a current social issue.
Like this, and then you're gonna repeat that. Again, you need to be clear, fast, and loud enough to get high point without any interruption, without any hesitating, without any repetition. And then you go to describe image. After a few repeat sentences, you get usually 2 or 3 describe image, which is a given image like this. Or in the real exam, I realized that it's more tables and graphs, which are more easier to describe. Anyway, you can use like a simple template, but the thing is that again, it doesn't matter how much you are grammatically okay, or about other things, but it's important to be again fast enough, loud enough, and clear enough, but also using whichever word is in you're seeing here, like loves with drivers, owns, car, person, and other stuff around. So even colors like blue, yellow, whatever you see, if you can tell them, it gives you more point in content. And obviously, if you are doing that without any hesitation, you'll get a good mark in fluency. And if you do it clear, also you get good point in actually pronunciation. And after 2 or 3 describe image, you'll get written lecture. In written lecture, again, it's very similar to describe image, so you can use almost the same template, but the thing is that this time you will hear.
So then begs the question, what if
I'm just gonna stop this. You're gonna hear one lecture like here, it's like 1 minute and 19 seconds length, and then you're going to just retell that at least by using 8, 10, or 12 keywords which you've heard from the actually lecture. And again, be loud, clear, and fast as you can, and then you will get good point here as well. and answer short question, like a few of them there are at the end of a speaking
What do
section. So one question like this.
what do we call the act of saying goodbye to someone?
Yeah. So yeah, if you for this question, yeah, this question is which just asks is the question like, what do we call the act of saying goodbye to someone? And the answer is farewell. And you are allowed to repeat that like a couple of times. It doesn't matter. Like you can. And actually, after that speaking
What is the
section,
opposite of appreciate?
after that speaking section, you've got the writing section, which includes again two different parts: summarize written text and write essays. In summarize written text, you will get a text like this, which is this line. Like it could be like a paragraph or a few paragraphs. It doesn't matter, but the length is almost the same, and you get to write down summarized this text into only one sentence, only and only one sentence. Don't forget that because it's a must. And if you forget that, you will lose like points. So it's very easy. You don't necessarily need to go through that and read that and understand that. I'll explain that in other videos how you can just easily you know use the same text, the same sentences from the same text, and then just attach them together to get a nice sentence while you are covering the kind of whole paragraphs and the whole thing. You are still be concise and clear and simple enough to get the point. Anyway, after this part you've got right essay section. Again, if I show you one example here, you usually get one question or prompt up here, and you've got actually you've given 20 minutes to complete this task. Again, it's enough because most of you probably usually use a template, and you can write down your template first and then go through question, and then write down the keywords which are related to question. Obviously you get to get some words from this sentence up here, and also some words related to this sentence into your template to again get good points. The thing is that again you get to write down an essay which is 200 to 300 words length, and also you've got 20 minutes to complete this task. Again, I'm going to show you how you can easily complete this task in other videos. It's also easy if you use the template. It's not a big deal, and you can do it easily. And after that, you will go to reading section. In reading section, I think in the past, when the PTE exam used to be longer, like 3 hours or something, you used to get a break here between writing and reading, but it's not anymore, the case anyway. And the PTE is much shorter, like probably most of you can do it like less than 2 hours, so it's not a big deal anyway. So you've done speaking, you've done writing, and you go straight to reading. The thing is that like in reading section and in listening section, the given time is given time is for the whole section. You get to manage your time while you are doing reading, and you get to manage your time while you are doing listening. So like. If you spend much time like in the first task, like reading and writing, filling the blank, you may not have enough time to do multiple choice at the end. The same for listening. If you do like you spend much time in summarize spoken text, you may not have enough time at the end of the exam to write from dictation. So anyway, I'm gonna explain the reading part to you here. So the first thing that you'll start with in the reading section is reading and writing, fill in the blanks. I'm just going to show you one example from here. And yeah, there it is. So yeah, usually try to do it like with a maximum of time 2 minutes. I would say like even sometimes less, because you get to manage your time. Anyway, written and writing, reading and writing, filling the blank gives point to both reading and writing, and it's one of the most important thing, like in which helps reading and writing. So yes, you get to practice this and get good with this. You need to probably have a good range of vocabulary and be familiar with that. Also in terms of grammar, you get to know things to be able to do this. And then you are obviously given like four options here, which you are going to choose from, and then submit the task and go to the next one. And then after doing the reading and writing, fill in the blank, which there are a few of them in the exam. You go to do the multiple choice. In multiple choice, yeah, it's actually multiple choice and multiple answer. You are usually given a text like this and a question like this, and there are a few options. The thing is that whenever you see that, the thing that you can choose is a rectangular, like a square thing here, it means that you've got more than one choice. You can choose, more than one. The thing is that you may get a negative point in this task, so be aware of that. For example, if the answer is C and B, and I choose C and A, I would get 0 point because I get 1 point for C and one negative point for A, because the right answer, was B. So here I got 1, here I got a -1, and the result would be 0. So be aware of that as well. But still, it may force you to try just one by chance, or may not. It depends on you. But still, this task is not a big deal like the other thing, which I'm gonna explain to you, like reading and writing fill in the blank, and also reading fill in the blank, like I would say are the most important things in reading section. But still, so if you've got limited time and you are going to practice, I would say make sure that you are doing well in reading and writing fill in the blank, and also reading fill in the blank. And then if you've got more extra time, you can spend some time to practice multiple choice and other stuff here. And after multiple choice, multiple answers, you get reorder paragraphs, which probably you are familiar with that. It's also a bit hard for most people, even like my friends who are native English speakers. This task is not easy for them. In the real exam, it's usually like 2 or 3 probably of them are given. If you are doing well in other reading section, you don't have to be worried much about like reorder section, because as I said, it's hard, to do that. It's not easy. So the thing is that, and the way that it gives you point, it gives you with like, for example, if the right answer is 1, 2, 4, and 3, and you do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, the way that it gives you point is like if 1 and 2 are the right answer and you do it right, it gives you 1 point because you've done one pair right. And if 3 and 4 are the right answer and you haven't done the right thing, it wouldn't give you point here, but it would give you a still point here, like 1 and 2, because you've done a pair. So it's still worth trying to do like a few pairs in the real exam if you're not sure about like the whole thing, but at least you can make like 1 pair or 2 pair you can get some point, which is still okay. And then you've got reading fill in the blank. So it's very similar to reading and writing fill in the blank. And the difference is that you've got some choices underneath here, and then I would say sometimes pretty much easier than the reading and writing fill in the blank. But also it only gives the point to reading section, not writing section. So also be aware of that. But still, it's very important, and it gives like high percentage, of a score to your reading section. So I still recommend to practice this section well as well before going to real exam. Anyway, you just as you probably know, just drag and drop the answers in the places, and obviously there are some extra options, like if there is here for example 3 blank and like 6 options, which it does make sense again because you don't want that to be so easy to for you. And then after doing that, this one also like comes a few of them which are important, as I said. And then after that, you go to multiple choice single answer. Multiple choice single answer is pretty much similar to multiple choice multiple answer. Otherwise, you get only to choose one answer. As I said, like in multiple choice multiple answer, the choices have a rectangular or a square shape, but here we've got a circular shape, and obviously if you choose one you cannot choose more than one. So yeah, it's a clue which make it more obvious even. So you go to text and you can choose one of them. They are usually not very hard. So if you are good in reading and you are fast, you can do them. Otherwise, it's not very important. Again, like as I said, multiple choice, multiple answer, and reorder paragraph, and multiple choice single answers are not that important if you are doing so well in reorder paragraph and reading and writing fill in the blank. Yep. And then after reading section, which I explained to you, you go to listening section. Again, in listening section, you are given time for the whole, listening section. So you get to manage your time yourself and not spend too much time like in one of the tasks and then, run out of the time or be in rush in some other parts. So I'm going to explain different parts of listening to you as well, starting with summarize spoken text. Obviously, like in summarized spoken text, you will hear
Human activities.
sorry about that, and then you get to write down like one paragraph, like a few sentences, and include all the words. And obviously, it should be the length should be 50 to 70 words, and include the words which you are heard and be grammatically correct, and like spelling right things, and yep. Again, it's almost like I would say it's very easy. I'm gonna show you like in other videos how you can do that easily. So it's not a big deal, and you don't have to be stressed about that either. So then after summarize the spoken test, which you've heard, like um, a lecture, like like 1 minute and a half or 2 minutes length, and you write down like between 50 or 70 words in a paragraph, in a couple of sentences, and then you get to get just one of them, and then you go to multiple choice. In multiple choice, again, we are
Paper mills had the paper mills.
obviously in listening section. So when you're in listening section, like in almost all cases, you're just listening to them. So it's kind of like for this question, 1 minute length, almost 1 minute length. You're going to hear something, and again, you get to choose multiple, a few answers, obviously right answers. Again, you see that it's rectangular or a square shape, which means like you get more than one option. Like if you choose this, you can still choose the other one. So and then after like I think a couple of them, you get to go to the next section. I'm gonna like explain to you which part is the most important part in the listening section as well. So I don't think if like multiple choice, multiple answer in listening section is important either. But I'm gonna like show you which parts are the most important things, and like you get the most points from there for your listening. So, but still, if you can, and like multiple choice is usually easy, so you can do that easily. After that, you go to the fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks is like this.
Well, the banana is the first
When you start, as soon as you start, you're going to, start listening to one audio, one lecture, and there is obviously a text in front of you and some blanks. So, like for example, this one.
cultivated fruit. It's one of the food items that
No, I heard what
the banana is the first cultivated fruit.
like cultivated, and then again you get to be do the spelling right and obviously write the um, correct answer here, and I get all of them right. I think it's one of the important like parts in listening because it gives you points to both listening and writing. So if you want good points in writing, you get to be good in this here as well. So just pay much attention to spelling, as well as something that I was doing right and myself. Like when the it's not the case here, but if the blank is at the beginning of the sentence, make sure that you are doing that with the starting the word with capital letter, like here, yeah, like it. You see, I is capitalized and I is capitalized or I is capitalized. So if the blank is at the start of the sentence, make sure that's capitalized. Otherwise, it won't give you any point. Even if like you write down the right answer and the spelling is right, but it's also sensitive. At least in this APEUni, it's sensitive to if it's capitalized or not. So make sure about that. You get a couple of things, a couple of this task here also. So I think it's not very difficult for most of you, probably just a bit of a spelling. And sometimes, like at least one of the tasks, the speaker is speaking too fast. So always be, altered in when you're doing this task. Always be prepared and be fast, and just do as quickly as you can, and then you will get you can get high point here as well. After filling the blank, you go to highlight correct summary. Highlight correct summary, as you probably know, you will again hear like a lecture, a very short lecture, like 1 minute length or so, and then you get to choose only one of these four options, which is the most related, to what you've already heard, you just heard. So yeah, again, it may not be exactly the same thing, the answer compared to what you've heard here. But the thing is that, as the name suggests, highlight the correct summary. It's the summary, like the main point would be the same. So while you're listening to this, 1 minute lecture, 1 minute audio, or whatever it is called. Like you just get to be aware that you are focusing to get the main point, because sometimes, like most of the time, I see there are many keywords which are borrowed, which are taken from the audio and put in the wrong answer. So, but the right answer is giving uh, the main point, while it doesn't have, like, much of those contents or much of those keywords. So be aware of that as well. And then after that, again, you may get like a couple of them, and then it's pretty much pretty easy as well, so you don't have to worry about that. So highlight correct summary, and then multiple choice single answer, which again, it looks like
There's growing alarm over plunge.
again, like it starts with 1 minute or less or more, a bit less or more, and then you get to choose one sentence. I would say it's still not hard task to do. Like just focus on the main point, and you can obviously complete this task easily as well. Explain also multiple choice. I'm going to explain select missing word, and after that comes missing word.
Nature's instrument.
So missing word, yeah, it's gonna like be again a short length audio, like 30 seconds, 1 minute or so, and then at the end of this audio, there is one missing word. Again, you get to be focused while you are listening to the whole audio, because sometimes the answer is related to the main point, but even though you can match it with the last word you've heard, you know, uh, the right answer is the one which is linked to the whole thing, not only the last word you heard. Because you're listening, and somehow all of a sudden, it stopped, and when it stops, there is one missing word at the end. You should choose from these ones and complete the audio. But sometimes, which I see like a lot, there are some words related to the last word which are not answered, but the right answer is the one which is related to the whole thing. So again, you need to it's pretty much easy. Just need to focus on that, and then get it done. And after select missing word, you get like a couple of them, and then highlight and correct words, which I would tell like it's again like it's important to be good in doing this task as well. So you get like 1 minute less or so of a text, and then I'm gonna just play this one to you to show you like one or two of them.
This is Scientific American's 60-Second Science. I'm Steve Mirsky. Got a minute? The Nobel Prize in Chemistry goes to three men who revolutionized molecular...
Like what I did here, like the speaker started like speaking, and it was like the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, while here is not saying chemistry. So obviously you just click on that, or whatever word that you think it doesn't match the lecture or the audio. You just click on that, and yeah, just be so fast. Just go with the audio, and as you heard that it's not the word that you've just heard, just click on that and move on. Don't be stuck there. And then it's also very important because it gives like a good point to your listening, and also a good point to your reading. So yeah, it's one of the things that you need to know, because it's one of the tasks that you get to get point for both listening and reading. So, and then after highlight incorrect words, you go to writing from dictation. Writing from dictation is also important. It's important because it gives you the point
The essay should
to
be
the listening, and so a very good point into your writing. So it's also very important. Just gonna read
The essay should be clear during the exam.
like this one, and then the essay should be clear during the exam. That's what I heard. I hope I'm right. But the thing is that again, you can write more words if you are not sure about something. Like if you are not sure if you've had the exam or exams, you can write both of them. So write down both of them. It doesn't matter. Or if you like not sure if you've had like the exam or a exam, you can like add one a here. It doesn't matter. Like you can write like whatever or whatever else. If you are not sure about, just write it down, and you don't have to trust in your ears. You can just write down like whatever your guesses are, and then go with them. And it doesn't matter. You can just write. I think you can write like a couple more, and then that's it. It's so important because it gives the point to your uh, both. Let's see if I write it down the right thing here. To the listening and also writing it, see like a score 8 out of 8, which means like it was right, and there is no A and there is no exams, but it doesn't give you a negative point. So you can actually like do that, which I would say like it's not very hard because it gives you this flexibility to write down like even more words, so you don't have to be worried about that much. I'm gonna actually explain probably in other videos to you that how the scoring works, and or maybe this video or next video, that how scoring works, and how the scorings are related to each other. But in short, what I told you in reading in the speaking section, the read aloud is important, and the repeat sentence and read aloud are the most important ones, because read aloud gives point to speaking and reading, and repeat sentence gives a very good point to speaking and also listening. In writing section, try to be okay with this one, but don't worry about the writing section, because you get the writing points from the other ones like reading and writing, and so write from dictation and also fill in the blanks. So yeah, if you are doing well in those ones, you don't have to be much worried about the writing. And also in reading section, you get to practice reading and writing fill in the blank, and I would say reading fill in the blank. Like these two are the most important ones. And in listening section again, fill in the blank, and also select missing word, and also write from dictation, I would say are the most important ones. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I wanted to just let you know about the different section and different parts of PTE exam, because for myself it was very confusing at the very beginning, like what are the different parts of the exam, and which ones are the most important ones, and these sort of things. Anyway, I hope this video helps you. Let me know in comments, like if you've got any question, or if you would like to know other things. Thank you so much for watching this video. Good luck with your exam. Bye.